Let's talk to LaDonna Harvey, though, at Arizona Morning News over at KTAR in Phoenix, Arizona. LaDonna, very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
I've been amused watching Donald Trump swanning it about in Saudi Arabia. It looks very hot there. Obviously it is. He got off his plane, Air Force One, but he's getting a new plane, it would seem. The Qataris want to give him a brand new super plane, which looks lovely, I must admit.
It does look fabulous, and they're more than welcome to give it to him. He's not really allowed to accept a gift that's worth quite that much money personally, so he's going to have to, kind of work it through maybe a presidential library or just give it to the American people. We would appreciate it. Hey, we'll take a nice new plane. But yeah, he's done really well for himself with that 747. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. And I noticed that people in America, there's a couple of politicians in the States going, he can't accept this. It's like corruption. It's like a banana republic. To which he goes, yeah, but it's free. So what's the problem?
You know what? I don't want to turn down a free plane, especially one that looks as good as that. I do love the tasteful cream interior.
Yes.
It's fabulous.
Absolutely. I mean, but you can imagine he's not going to donate it to the common good, is he? He's going to probably disappear in it at the end of the 4-year term and just go, I'm off to Mar-a-Lago. If you want the plane back, you better come and get it.
I would be like, I'm off to Curacao, and if you want the plane back, good luck, because I'm going to land it and then live in it.
Yeah,
so
exactly right.
Enjoy.
Exactly right. But it's quite an important visit he's making to the Middle East, isn't it? Because it's proving, certainly to those of us in Europe anyway, that that's where he thinks the most important part of the world is right now.
Right now, he does. I think that once the trade pause, it's not really a deal. Once the trade pause went in with China, he started looking to the next thing that he needs to handle. And I think that he is after the Middle East. I think that he wants to go in and get this situation in Israel taken care of, if possible, which, good luck. It's been a few thousand years, I think, with that. So, it's interesting to watch him go. And I said from the beginning, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but by God, you're not going to be bored with him in office.
You certainly aren't, because, the whole situation regarding Russia and Ukraine has kind of changed numerous times since you and I last spoke.
Right.
First he was being accused of being too close to Putin, then he sold some arms to, or sent some arms to Ukraine. He's now talking about maybe dropping in on a peace talk session, if there is one, possibly in Turkey.
Yeah, and the side switching is really interesting, but he does this. One hand is doing one thing and the other hand is over here doing a completely different thing, and you're not really sure what the deal is. I don't think he wants to give Ukraine to Russia. I don't think he wants Russia to have it. I think that was the whole impetus behind the trade deal with them, the mineral rights deal with Ukraine, was to try to say, okay, well, we're kind of on this side. Kind of, but he wants to stay in Putin's good graces. So he's balancing this beautifully. It looks like a circus, but I have a feeling that it's really not.
No, I mean, I think overall he's doing a great job of all sorts of things, isn't he? I mean, the tariff problem with China has now been put on the back burner for a while. They've suspended their tariffs with each other while they get a deal done. I mean, some people are going on about the possible kind of late drag that the tariff effect will be, so that China will suddenly start making more of its own stuff and importing less and blah blah blah. Not really very clear if that's going to happen, but in the short term, I think as if you were talking about the first 200 days, which we're now into, I think you'd have to say it's been pretty successful.
It's certainly been effective. It's Trump's way of doing things, which drives everybody crazy, especially if you hate him. If you're not a Trump fan, then you hate all of the chaos. If you are a Trump fan, you think he's in there shaking things up.
Yeah.
Some of us just watch from the sidelines and go, ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it really is. There's an awful lot going on. You're kind of like, whoa, what's next? Yeah. LaDonna, great to see you. We're a bit short of time this morning, but thank you very much indeed. Arizona Morning News, KTAR in Phoenix. LaDonna Harvey, a great woman who's been following the Donald for quite some time in terms of how he operates and what he does. And as she says, you've got to say, whatever you like, or like the guy or not, he's really getting on with it. And he's over in Saudi Arabia.